I said salute to the untouchable True School Sports Empire.
That's
Taking
right, the
over
untouchable.
not only the South Florida boxing scene, but the worldwide boxing scene.
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this is gonna be a review, my post-fight review on Jaime Munguia versus Gonzalo Coria. There's not a whole lot to review because the fight was the fact that Munguia stopped him in the third round. And it was a fight where Gonzalo Coria was a light punching southpaw who didn't really have anything to trouble Munguia. So Munguia could kind of sit on the outside, work on his boxing, work on feinting, just work on some of his skills. And then when he felt like stopping him, he did. And it was a beautiful liver shot that stopped him. But this really isn't about that fight. You know, respect to Gonzalo Coria for having the courage to take the fight. This is not a slight on him. It's just that there's levels to boxing. And Jaime Munguia is the most protected fighter in boxing. It's ridiculous how the past this dude gets for fighting the competition he fights. Now, I know a lot of people said that Zoro didn't fight the best opposition, but Zoro's Gilberto Ramirez fought higher level opposition than Munguia. Munguia is 41 fights into his career, and he's fighting, you know, Gonzalo Coria, who got knocked out by Johnny Beck in 2 rounds. There's no plan in place, I feel, for Zanifer Promotions to get this guy a fight. They're talking this GGG shit, which I do believe. They don't want to fight anybody who's young and fresher. They want to try to fight GGG because, number one, they feel like he's old and they can catch him on the way out. But they don't want to fight Carlos Adames. They don't want to fight Jamal Charlo, even though I think Jamal Charlo is semi-retired and doesn't box anymore, but that's another story for another day. They don't want to fight Johnny Beck. You know, they turned down fighting the interim title with him earlier this year. So, like, honestly, Jaime Munguia, I don't think I criticize him enough because, you know, he's not really like that hyped up here in America. They built him more so in Mexico than America because he's with Zanifer Promotions. But man, Miguel Beltran, Zanifer Promotions, you guys are a disgrace to boxing. This dude needs to step up and fight someone because, like, first of all, years ago, you guys pulled off probably the biggest cherry pick I've ever seen in a world title fight. Saddam Ali won the title because he fought a guy who also wasn't a natural 54-pounder at 54 for a title, and then y'all just jumped on the opportunity. But y'all never jumped on opportunities to fight the other top guys at 160. So it's getting tired. I'm just getting tired of these freaking glorified sparring sessions that Munguia is having with dudes like, you know, the guy he's been fighting. And then like, the crazy thing about it is, right, Munguia, there's been guys where they try to give Munguia tune-ups with, like, Dennis Hogan. And I will never, for as long as I live, forget when Dennis Hogan beat the living shit out of Munguia in his own hometown, and they robbed that man of becoming a world champion. They stole that man's moment in the sun and his glory from him. You know, so I really don't like Jaime Munguia. I don't like nothing about his career. I don't like, he's literally, they're trying to pull something out of him that isn't there. Like, is Munguia a bad fighter? No, he's not a bad fighter. He's a good fighter. He's a solid fighter. He's definitely a top 10 credible middleweight. But is he some sort of, like, transcendent, creme de la creme, top shelf star like a Canelo Alvarez? Fuck no, he's not. And they're trying to make him a Canelo Alvarez, and he's just not that. He is not that. So people always talk about Tank. They talk about Zorro. They talk about, you know, Ryan Garcia, but make no mistakes about it. Let there be no ifs, ands, or buts, confusions, qualms, anything. Jaime Munguia is the most protected fighter in boxing. They refuse to put him in with anybody who's a hard puncher, and then when they do fight someone who's a hard puncher, they make sure they drain him down in weight, like they do with Gabe Rosado. They made him come down from 68 to 60. And that's what it is, man. Like, truthfully, it's getting to a point where, like, whoever beats Munguia is going to become my favorite fighter, because how do you reconcile this dude and the fights he's had? I mean, let's run through it. This year he's fought Demetrius Ballard, Jimmy Kelly, and Gonzalo Coria. And I might be missing one, but those are the fights I remember. I'm not going to get too mad about Jimmy Kelly because Jimmy Kelly actually scored a big upset victory against Kanat Islam, who was the number 1 ranked in the WBO. And I do think that they were always trying to fight Kanat Islam. So I'm not gonna really shit on that one too much because, you know, Kelly was coming off a career best win against a top ranked opponent, and a guy that, and on top of that, Jimmy Kelly came to fight. I mean, if you go back and you watch the fight, Jimmy Kelly came to fight, and he boxed his ass off in those first couple rounds until the power of Munguia eventually got to him. But like Ballard and Gonzalo Coria, this shit is just a disgrace. The biggest disgrace in boxing is Jaime Munguia's matchmaking of his career. I don't know what they think they're doing. I hope the boxing fans in America and Mexico and all around the world get to see him in a big fight soon, because you can't keep hyping this dude up as some sort of great fighter and parading him around like he's the next great Mexican fighter, but yet you're refusing to fight anybody with a pulse, anybody with power, anybody with speed, anybody with any semblance of athleticism. You know, Munguia's not fighting fighters like that. And, you know, guys like him and the way his career ran, it's making me appreciate Canelo Alvarez more. Because say what you want about Canelo Alvarez, but like when he was at the stage of his career, he'd already fought top guys. Even early in his career, he fought guys like Larry Mosley, good veteran fighters, Larry Mosley, Leonardo Tyner, guys that were there to win. You know, Munguia's fighting a lot of guys that just aren't even there to win. They're just there for the check. They're just there to show up and roll over. And I'm just getting sick of this shit. So you wanted a post-fight review? He beat Gonzalo Coria. Whoop-de-fucking-do. It's not a surprise, but like Jaime Munguia is the most protected fighter in boxing. And I pray to God that when he fights someone at the top level, he gets knocked the fuck out, because this is why Munguia's career, if you want to know why influencer boxing like Jake Paul and the Misfits and KSI is popular, look no further than careers like Jaime Munguia's, a guy that has all the makings of a great all-action Mexican fighter that people want to see, but they refuse to put him in there with the kind of dance partners that could bring out the best of him and push the sport of boxing forward. So if you don't see anything else from this video, Jaime Munguia is his career so far, while he has improved, and shout out to him for working hard and improving, but his career so far has been nothing short of a disgrace. And fuck Zanifer Promotions and Miguel Beltran. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all can make it that what you will.
I think True School Sports, he's the truth. One of the best YouTube, the best.
Ooh, the number one.
Number one.
Brandon, you've been there, man, and you're building up a good following with us.
Thank you.
And I'm proud to be a part of what you're doing too. You are spectacular, and
you know.
Thank you, man. All the best to True School Boxing, and keep up the good work.